What's up, guys? It's TylerSoBored, and I am hoping you're having a fantastic day. Some of you might be wondering, Tyler, I'm not beaming people hard enough. What am I doing wrong? What should I be doing? Well, let me tell you. You probably aren't using the Flatline. The Flatline is my utmost favorite gun because of its true beam potential. You can just completely obliterate people before they even realize that they're dead. So I would argue that the Flatline is definitely one of the harder guns to control in terms of recoil. Like, even till this day, I hear pro players complaining that they really cannot handle the recoil and they choose not to use the gun, which is a huge bummer because they're missing out on a really good gun with super high DPS, and when you actually learn how to control it, very consistent damage. Back in the day, I used to think that this gun was way too hard to use, so I chose not to use it. But when it would hit, it would hit. So I chose to go train and to figure out exactly what I'm doing wrong and what I can do right in order to make this gun work for me. Well, I'm here today to tell you, the next time you see a Flatline laying on the ground, pick it up, because after this video, you are going to become a Flatline beast and beam people left and right. So let's not waste any more time, hop into firing range, and let's get started. So once you're in firing range, go ahead and pick up a Flatline, and I would recommend that you stay away from attachments, including sights. Why I recommend this is because if you can master using just the base gun by itself, when you go in game and you drop and you're able to find a Flatline, you're already going to have a huge advantage because your skill is guaranteed, but your attachments are not. So practice with the base gun first, and once you get used to it, then you can move on to the 1x, the 2x, the white mag, the blue mag, etc. So if you guys haven't seen the recoil pattern for the Flatline yet, let me show you. I'm going to shoot at the wall without moving my hand. So as you can see, it goes up to the left, and then over to the right, and then up to the left again. When you're controlling the recoil pattern, what you need to do is mirror what the gun does naturally. So if it goes up to the left, over to the right, and then up to the left again, you want to go down to the right, over to the left, and then down to the right again. In case you haven't noticed, what that shape is a lightning bolt. Down to the right, over to the left, down to the right again. That's all you need to do for the recoil control. Let me show you. So as you can see, I turned this into this just by moving my mouse down to the right, over to the left, down to the right again, making a lightning bolt. Super simple to remember and really effective. I'm telling you, this is super easy to do once you get the rhythm down of the shots. So let me show you one more time. Just to really drill this into your head, it's a lightning bolt down to the right, over to the left, and then down to the right again. I promise you can do it if you try it. So now that you know the technique to control the recoil of the Flatline, how should we practice it? First off, the base mag of a Flatline does 380 damage. So the way that I like to practice it is I like to aim at this target in the very back and go for about 320 damage. Now, remember to go at your own pace and start low. You don't have to start at 320 damage. You can start at 100 damage and to work your way up. Just make sure that you don't get frustrated because it is a new gun. It is a really weird recoil pattern, but once you get used to it, you're going to be doing it consistently. It's going to feel great, and you're going to feel great in game. So let me show you. So once you've gotten used to the stationary target, you want to move on to a moving target. To do the recoil pattern on the moving target, it's going to be the same exact recoil pattern shape, but you're going to move it in the direction that the target is moving. So if this is a recoil pattern and the target is moving that way, then you want to shift it that way. Let me show you. So shooting a moving target is definitely harder than shooting a stationary target. So remember to lower your expectations, set realistic goals, and just work your way up incrementally, like with anything in life. The key to controlling your recoil on a moving target is to make sure you think less of what the recoil pattern is, in this case a lagging bolt, and think more about where your bolts need to go. So if your bolts are landing over to the right, and your target is over to the left, you need to drag it there, drag it to the left. And vice versa, if your target is on the right and your bolts are on the left, you need to drag it to the right. You need to be more reactive during a gunfight so that you can adapt to how your target is strafing, because you're not going to be able to do a perfect lightning bolt on them without them moving out of the way. Alright guys, that's it for my recoil control guide for the Flatline. So remember, take it at your own pace, stay consistent, that's the most important part. And don't be afraid to try it in game. I'm 100% confident that your recoil control will be a lot better after practicing. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, then please drop that like. And if you want more, then subscribe. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in game.